Before I get into my video, I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed their holidays, Christmas, New Year's. I hope everybody has a great year. You know, be progressive, understand the things that are going on in our world, and use your life to create change. But on to my video. You know, I hate my first video having to be calling out racism and calling out another one of these corporations that you know has thoughts towards black people. And you know, I am going to say before I get into my video that this is alleged, and you know there is negative history behind this story, so you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, but also you have to keep your ears and eyes open. I'm gonna read you guys a short part of this article. If you guys want to read the whole article, I will leave the link in the description box. It says the chief executive of beauty giant Revlon believes he can smell black people when he walks into a room, that Jews stick together, and hates dirty Americans, according to the allegations made in legal filing in an unfair dismissal claim made against the company by its former science chief. Alan Myers, who was Revlon's chief scientific officer before he was fired in December, claims that Lorenzo Delapani, the company's Italian-born chief executive, was hostile to him, that he frequently yelled at him in front of other colleagues, and that he made anti-Semitic and anti-American remarks. And that's just half of the you know, the article. You guys, like I said, if you guys want to check out the whole article, I will leave the link in the description box. Now, you know, it said in the article that this was filings in court. You know, I guess this guy is basically taking this guy to court or suing him for firing him for wrongful reasons. And, you know, a lot of times it does happen in these corporations. A lot of times you're a black man and you don't want to buck dance or, you know, quote unquote, go with the program. You have, you know, hateful words thrown at you. You know, people try to set you up to get you fired. I know there's a lot of, especially black men out there that have been in the work field, and you know, either someone was pressuring you to say certain things, or do certain things, or have sex, or play into certain negative stereotypes, and you didn't want to. You didn't want to buck dance or tap dance for the quote unquote man or the system, and they got rid of your ass. They fired you. You know, they set you up or whatever. This doesn't just happen to black men, it happens to black women too, but I would say it's more prominent within black men because a lot of times the world we live in, the black man is, you know, the head of the black community. So a lot of times they want to chop off the head, and they feel like if they got the head, the body will fall. But, you know, this guy came out and he said, you know, this guy has certain thoughts towards black people, you know, Jews, but he really went in on black people. And like I said, you know, these are allegations, but I am inclined to believe what this guy is saying, because we have many corporations and, you know, many CEOs that have came out and especially disrespected the black community. We can go back to the 90s when, you know, Tommy Hilfiger, the owner of Tommy Hilfiger, came out and said he doesn't make his clothes for black people. Timberland boots that were heavily broadcast and marketed within rap videos. The owner of Timberland said, you know, he doesn't make his boots for black people, and etc., etc. What's the joint? The company that Jay-Z was associated with accused, I believe, two young black people from stealing from their stores, and there were also issues before that incident happened of the company treating black folks different while shopping in the store. I can't think of the company right off the top of my head, but I know Jay-Z was, I know the company, Barney's, that was it. Jay-Z was associated with Barney's, and, you know, they had their incident, I believe that was last year. So, you know, these companies come out and they say certain things, and they do have certain thoughts towards the black community. And, you know, this is why, you know, a lot of us come out here and we do YouTube videos and say, hey, you know, control your dollar. Watch who you're spending your money with, because a lot of these corporations, whether it's from Walmart or Barney's, Tommy Hilfiger, you know, all these different corporations that we support, Nike, Jordan for damn sure, they don't give a damn about it. They make certain comments, they have certain negative thoughts about us, but what they enjoy is that dollar bill. So it's always important for us to do our homework on these corporations. Find out what they're doing in your community. Find out the percentage of black folks they are hiring within their company, because a lot of these people want our dollar, but they don't respect us at the end of the day. But I just want to come out here and give everybody heads up on this. So control your dollar when it comes to Revlon. I know heterosexual men, we don't really mess with Revlon, but I know a lot of our sisters do. Y'all go in there in the malls and Macy's or whatever and buy the lipstick and the makeup and all that bullshit that you really don't need, because a lot of us brothers, we like to see you in your natural state. But you guys control your dollar on this until we find out what's really going on. Control your dollar, period. But just because these are allegations that have came out, and given our history of these corporations that have disrespected us, keep your dollar in your pocket. Don't buy no Revlon products, because more than likely this guy does have these thoughts. Now, like I said, this could be the guy, the Adam Myers guy. He could be angry. He could be doing this as basically to get back at the CEO for being fired. But I'm inclined to believe this guy, because given our history, we know how a lot of these businesses get down, these corporations get down, the thoughts they have towards black people. So if this is true, the CEO of Revlon, fuck you. And that's on the behalf of the whole black community. I'm out. You guys check out the article if you want. Peace.